Okay, now we're ready to install WordPress. Just want to let you know that there's several ways to install WordPress, and the way we're going to cover in this video is using cPanel's control panel and a software called Fantastico. If you do not have a cPanel style control panel or Fantastico, don't sweat it. We'll get to that installation process in just the next video or two. So in this video, let's go ahead and log into cPanel control panel. And if you have not customized your theme, then you're going to come on down here close to the bottom. And we kind of touched on this in an earlier video whenever we introduced you to cPanel. Click on this blue smiley face guy, Fantastico Deluxe. And that's going to bring us to the dashboard of Fantastico. Under blogs, we want to left click on WordPress. This is going to give us a list here of all the WordPress installations we have on this domain. Currently, there are none. Let's change that. Oh, and one thing I want to point out too, right now what we are about to install is version 3.0.3, and at the time of this recording, the most recent version is 3.0.4. That's one of the things about Fantastico that really isn't perfect, is that it's one of the slower methods of keeping things up to date. We're going to cover other installations that are a little bit more on top of things, but for the time being, just make a mental note of that, and we'll cover that in an upcoming video. Another thing to note is the space required. How much is this file going to cost us in disk space? On this install using Fantastico, it's about 10.25 megabytes. Again, just to make a mental note of that, no big deal. Anyway, click on New Installation, left click. And here you're going to want to document some of this information so you know how to log in to your dashboard of your WordPress site installation later on. Right here, we're just going to install on the main domain, no subdirectories, no subdomains. We'll cover that in an upcoming video. And we're going to need the username and the password to log in to our back end of our website. So you want to create and document, and no longer does this have to be admin. That's kind of old WordPress. So whatever you want in here, make it hard to guess. Whatever you want in here for the password, again, make it hard to guess. And the admin nickname, this is the name that's going to show up for you on any and all posts that you create. So you want to maybe put your name in here, George or Henrietta or whatever. And this is the admin's email address. You want to make sure this is an authentic email address, one that you will receive emails on. So it would probably be an idea to go ahead and use one of the emails that you had created earlier on that we had discussed in a prior video. And this is the site name. This is just the default in here. You're welcome to change this, and I am. And the site description. These two items here are things that you can change once you've got WordPress installed. I'm going to go ahead and fill in the blanks here, and I'll be right back. And I went ahead and filled in the blanks here and also documented all that information on our text document that we've been kind of keeping tabs on up to now. Under the blog name, username, password, and the email address that I use for the administrator. So we're all good to go there. And also, if you want to keep tabs now on the database info, you can go and do that here, or I'll show you another way to do this later on. So this is not such a big deal. We'll cover that later. Okay, so let's click on Install WordPress. You'll see here this is step 2 of 3, so we're almost done. And click on, and by the way, this here is the user and name of your database. All that is missing from those 3 items, database name, database username, and password, is the password. But anyway, again, I'll show you this and where you can find this stuff at in a later video. Let's go ahead and finish installation. And there we have it. That is how quickly it is to install WordPress using Fantastico in your cPanel control panel. Now, if you want to get all this information here sent to your email address, you have the ability right here. Put in your email address here, and all the information we just documented can be sent to that email address. Or if you're installing this for somebody else and you want to send them that information, there you go. And let's go ahead and go back to our WordPress overview. You can see now we've got version 3.0.3 installed in our root directory. And oh, and by the way, as far as deleting WordPress later on, if you want to or find some need to, yes, you can delete all those files that WordPress created through your FTP client or through the file manager of your cPanel control panel. But to avoid the possibility of deleting the wrong file or directory, or not all of the files or not all the directories, it's best to delete WordPress right here where you install it. Just click on this and it will remove all of the important files that only relate to WordPress. It won't accidentally delete anything that doesn't relate to WordPress. So to delete WordPress, come on back to where you installed it and click on the remove link right there. Well, let's go ahead and visit our WordPress site. And you can see right here is the nickname, right here is the site name, and right here is the site description. And in an upcoming video, I'll show you how you can get in and change the site name and the site description. This is our basic WordPress website. See how quickly it was to create this website? That's going to bring us to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. You have a great day.